Hello and welcome to the video where I tell you about my Patreon page. Wait, don't leave yet, because if you look to my right in this video, I'm also trying to find the perfect ward spot on the Dota 2 map. So you're gonna need to stick around to see where it is. You'll also want to stick around so that you can flame me for making a Patreon page. I mean, why do I need a Patreon page? I'm a semi-successful streamer, very semi-successful. I have a YouTube, I get invited to Dota events, I have a gigantic penis, so why do I need a Patreon? Well, I agree with you, or I have agreed with you for the last 4 years. I never went into content creation to make any kind of profit. That's a good thing because I have hardly made any kind of profit at all. Anyway, considering I steal a bunch of copywritten music to make all my stuff. Now, making content for me has never been about profit, it's been about the passion, and that's why I have never wanted a Patreon. However, things now are a little bit different. As you may have noticed, the frequency of my content has diminished drastically over the last few years. I mean, there's an obvious reason for that, as you guys have made me successful in other areas. Thank you, by the way. Areas that actually generate revenue. You see, for me to make a decent YouTube video, it usually takes around 30 to 45 hours of work, and that work pretty much goes unpaid, seeing as I would hardly make any monetizations, which, again, is fine with me. But then it got to a point where making YouTube videos was actually kind of costing me money. After all, I could justify spending a week making a video, but how can I justify that when I could be streaming or working at an event that actually paid me? Over time, the choice became more and more clear, but I still want to make content because that's my passion. So I had a bright idea, and I thought I'd hire an editor, and by God, things were good. He would do all the work for me that would take forever for me to do, all the hard editing, and I could do anything else that I needed to do to make it a perfect product. It worked great. Pancake the Snake, Lorgasm, GTA videos, everything with higher production value than anything I've ever had, coming in a once-a-week schedule like I've always dreamed of. It was perfect. Although it wasn't perfect, because I'm paying the guy actual money of mine, which is kind of losing money working on a worthless project, literally losing money by paying someone to help me make something that has no revenue. Yeah, as much as I loved it, it quickly became unsustainable since the videos I was paying to get help with never make any money anyway. So here we are, I'm at a crossroads. Do I go back to making content alone, releasing like once a month, or do I spend a big chunk of my personal income making things that have no returns? Well, I decided it's finally time that choice is up to you. Do I need this Patreon to survive? No. I'm doing just fine. I can go back to the way things were. But if you like the channel, where it's been going so far, and if you like the idea of having more quality Dota 2 content done on a regular and timely basis, I decide I'm giving you the chance to let it happen, rather than just make the decision go back like it was. I'm going to leave this one in your hands. If this Patreon reaches its initial goals, then you guys are supporting content creation enough for me to fund this editor and let the content continue as it has been for the last few months. Again, I ain't looking to make a profit. I don't give a shit. I'm just looking to not lose a shitload of my old money making content for you guys and having weekly content that's actually good. That's literally the only goal. Now let's say I do better than I expect with this Patreon, and I can afford to make a few content pieces a week. Well, that's where things get interesting. You see, time, if you remember, is my most valuable resource, and that's why old projects that kind of were good fell to the wayside. The ideas are still there in my head, but the drive is there. But without the time and support, I had to let them go. I love doing those things, and I want to have the ability to continue doing it. Bringing stuff back like the Major Down Low, Dota 2 news shows, and other kind of content like that I've done in the past, I can bring that back with support. My dream would be to have 3 videos a week. Mondays, we take videos ripped straight from the stream, put it on the YouTube. You guys will be starring in it, of course. Wednesdays will be where we post stuff from other games, game reviews, stuff like that, and then Fridays would be Series Day, where we do major downloads, where we do Lorgasms, where we do other new stuff that we can think of together. That'd be the dream, but I'm not gonna pay an editor guy 3 videos a week. Are you kidding me? I cannot afford that shit. However, if you guys want it to happen, you're willing to support enough to make it happen, why not? Alright, well, what if this thing goes absolutely bananas, way above any expectations that we had? Well, as I said before, I don't want to make money off of this thing. So I would need to spend it on more content, and that means supporting other content creators in the scene. Commissioning Dota 2 artists to make fantastic thumbnails, supporting custom game makers and modders to create cool things, funneling everything that you guys give back into Dota 2 and beyond to grow our content scene. That would be my dream above everything else. But hey, see how far that gets before we start getting too mushy. So, if you're still here, that means that you're probably interested, and you're thinking about what the hell do I get out of supporting you. Alright, I'm a busy guy. I'm getting married soon. I got Moonduck, Dota Cinema, Dota events, content creation, streaming, everything else. I don't have time for myself, so I hardly have time for your ass. But I have thought of some creative perks for y'all that I can actually do. Stuff like private Discord channels where you guys actually help me research, debate some stuff, write the scripts, and shape the content how you want it to be, since you are actively supporting it now. Stuff like raffles from things that I steal at events, sexual favors, really anything that you want to see. It's all up on the page on the Patreon. Just click there and read the rewards. The one reward that I hope you really want, the one that I want, is to see this thing grow. All I want is to entertain you, and without this Patreon, I can still do it, just a little infrequently. But if you want to see more content, if you want to see it weekly, if you want to be part of that journey, decide I'd rather give you the opportunity than just fall back to what I used to do. I would love to see where this thing could grow. I would love to see if you guys want to come for the ride. Thanks for taking time out to watch this. By the way, there is no perfect word spot on the map, because if there was, and I told you which one it was, then everyone would use it, and then it would be a common D word spot. So sorry, it doesn't exist. Thank you guys. Feel free to comment, leave any questions that you might have. Anyway, more content coming your way, whether or not this is successful. Thank you for everything that you guys do. Thank you for making my dreams come true already. And thank you for making it through this video. Can't tell you enough how thankful I am. But if you want to see something more, if you want to go on a journey, and if you want to be part of it, now's your chance. Have a good one. Slacks out.